In front of me here, I have a £10 Marvel set and also a £10 Ninjago set. And today we're going to be comparing them because both of these sets contain motorbikes and both of them are also £10. So I'm going to be comparing to see which theme does it better, Ninjago or Marvel. So let's start by taking a look at the minifigures you get in each set. So, as you can see here, the Marvel set contains 2 minifigures, one being exclusive. And then the Ninjago one just contains one Zane minifigure. Now, by technicality, this minifigure is exclusive as he doesn't contain his armour. But all the prints and all that is different. So we are just going to be acting as if it's not an exclusive minifigure. So, let's start off with Marvel. As you can see here, we've got Venomized Doc Ock, which is a strange inclusion, I'm going to be completely honest. See if I can get him to focus there. He is a very strange minifigure, but I mean, he is pretty cool. This is my first official Doc Ock minifigure I've ever got. And I do think he is really nice. I like the hairpiece they've used. The torso printing with the half of the Venom logo. Half the face is a bit weird, but then you turn around and he's fully Venomized, which looks quite creepy, especially when you put the hair on. So I'd like to keep him on the half and half form. No leg printing, which is a shame, but they've never really included leg printing on this Doc Ock minifigure, so... And then the arms are built quite nicely, obviously. They're not the biggest of things, but they're just like small little things. Then here we have Spider-Man, who is a really nice minifigure. Probably one of my favourite comic Spider-Man minifigures they've ever made. But yeah, as you can see, he's got the arm printing, which is lovely. And I just really like this Spider-Man. Also, when I'm displaying this minifigure, I actually just give him dual moulded legs. Just to make him look a little better, but... he doesn't come like this in the set. He has regular blue legs like this in the set. I just like to display him with the dual moulded legs. Next up we have the Zane. And the Zane's also pretty cool. I do like the Zane suit. He's not my favourite tournament suit out of all the ones I've got. I do think sadly the grey and the white don't pop as much as if it would have been white and yellow in that case. But I do think this minifigure is still quite nice. A lot of detail and leg printing. He just looks like just a classic Ninjago suit, you know. This is the kind of detail you expect from Ninjago suits. You don't expect arm printing or anything, but yeah, he is pretty cool. So, now taking a look at the side builds of each set. As you can see, there's only something included for Marvel. Nothing for Ninjago, so it's just a lamppost. It's nothing special. It's got this clip here, as you can see, where you can actually like hook Doc Ock onto the lamppost like so. As if he was like, oh, he's just knocked it over. But as if he was like just grabbing onto it so he didn't have to walk. But yeah, as I say, it's just a lamppost. It's nothing that special. Now I've got his arm stuck on here. I'll try and get that off. I'll get that off after. But yeah, so as you can see, we've just got this lamppost. There's a bin piece here with a glass bottle and a fish inside. There's also this banana piece, which is the first time I ever got. And I do think it is really cool. I do really like this piece. And then also just 3 gems, which is nothing special. But yeah, it is. I'm glad they did include a side build as Ninjago. Gave us nothing, which is a shame. So, now we have the main builds of the set. As you can see, we've got the Spider-Man motorbike and the Zane motorbike. We'll start off with the Spider one. So, as you can see, this bike is really small. Compare it to a minifigure. It's a lot more minifigure scale than Zane's. I wouldn't call it completely minifigure scale. But it's the same sort of scale that they've been using on other Marvel bikes, like the Captain America and Black Widow one from, I believe, last year, which is a pretty cool set. I would quite like to get that one. But anyway, as you can see here, it's mainly red. It's got a blue underside and also blue tyre rims. It's got this really nice printed spider logo on the front. Not official handlebars, but kind of just handlebars you can try and get Spider-Man to hold like that when you put him in like so. He does have to stand up in it, but the handlebars are quite awkward for the minifigure to hold on to, which is a shame. He's got some stud shooters here which fire like so. Nothing too special there with some stud shooters, but they are a nice inclusion. There's really not much I can say about this bike. It's just a small set, and I do really like the build. I think it just, all of the parts are really well used together, and it doesn't really stand out too much. And as I say, it's literally smaller than my hand. It's really not that much. But here we've got the Zane bike, and I've got mixed opinions with this bike. I do quite like it, but at the same time, it just feels very big, and like So yeah, here's him compared to Zane, and if we put in a Spider-Man's motorbike next to it, look at the size difference on this thing. Like the blades on Zane's bike are the size of Spider-Man's bike. So the main feature of this set, which is, in my opinion, really cool, is the play feature, where if you push down this gold bit here, the blades swing out like so, which is really satisfying, and I do really think it's a good play feature because it just adds a bit of suspension. But other than that, there's really not much to this bike. As you can see, the back wheel is, I feel like it's weird having the back wheel smaller than the front wheel. So I do think they maybe could have have the same wheel on both sides. I don't know though, but as you can see here, I just feel like the front bit looks a bit awkward as well with the large gap here. I do like the blades, and just as you can see, you've got the stickered piece here. Zane's able to hold onto the handlebars a lot easier than Spider-Man is, because, well, he's actually got the things there. And the gold detailing on the back does also look quite nice. It does also confuse me why they didn't include his armour, because, well, he's standing on the bike like this, which means his back is completely clear, meaning they could have easily added the armour piece on. I really don't understand why they didn't do that. But yeah, I do think this bike has a more challenging build than Spider-Man. Obviously, you've got the Technic to make the suspension and the rubber band there, which is how it works, as it's getting pushed like so. He's got these grill pieces here on the side and these giant silver swords. So overall, I do think it's a pretty good bike. So now let's get into the conclusion. So, in conclusion, I think I'm going to have to give it to the Spider-Man bike, as I do actually prefer the small build. I just think it's quite nice. And obviously it's nice having the side build. But I do think the real flaw of the Ninjago one, because I do quite like the bike, I'd probably give the bike like a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty average build. But I do think the one thing holding Ninjago back is just one minifigure. Having one minifigure in a £10 set is like, I think they should be putting at least one more in. Just, if they include just one Wolf Mask Warrior, I think this would be a much better set than it is, because I do think it's just a shame Zane has no one to fight. As you can see here, for the Marvel set, they managed to include 2 minifigures, one of these minifigures being exclusive as well, with the Doc Ock, and a side build and a bike. Yeah, I do think it is a real shame that they only included one minifigure in the Ninjago one. But if you disagree with me, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.